How is this working? I think it's working. Alright. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's find out. I'm testing my audio while playing the audio from this. Let's see if it works. Testing my audio while playing the audio from this. Okay, so the audio works, but nothing's playing on the screen. Why is that? It's just a white screen. That's no good. Let's see, settings. I wonder, video maybe? I don't know. Okay, I think I actually have to change the Windows capture specifically. Properties. Hey, okay, that seems to have worked. So let's try that again. Gonna play that. Then I'm gonna play my live stream and test it. So let's try that again. Gonna play that. Then I'm gonna play my live stream and test it. Let's try that again. Okay, I can hear it echoing now. Good, good. All right, I think that fixed it. Oh, that's so noisy. Now, am I streaming more than just After Effects now, though? Because I really didn't want to stream my whole screen. Just After Effects. But if I have to stream my whole screen, that's fine. Is this the quality shit now? Or is that just my phone picking shit quality? Opening up OBS. Opening up the internet. Okay, that looks good. Switching to Matt's clip. Alright, no, the stream seems to be working just fine. I'm gonna leave it open on my phone, so if anyone chats in the comments, I can see it, or if anything goes wrong with the live stream, I can see it, but I have it muted now, so I won't be able to hear it, but the audio seemed good. Okay, so I have, what this is all about is I was lucky enough to get a clip for Shrek 2 Retold, which is being done by the people who did the first Shrek Retold. If you haven't seen it, I love that movie, and I would highly recommend it. It was actually originally run by someone completely different who was just a fan of 3GI. And I joined the project then. They were very, very welcoming, very nice, let me come on. Started storyboarding my scene, and then something, I don't know what happened, but it actually went back to the 3GI guys who made the first one. And now they were in charge of it again, and I got put on a wait list, and they were very nice about that too. They sent me an email saying like, hey, they didn't like say, hey, you're going on a wait list. They asked me, hey, are you okay with being put on a wait list? They weren't demanding, they were asking how much of my scene I got done. And at that point, we were really only in the planning stages, so I told them I was perfectly fine with going on the wait list. And then I got an email a month or two later saying, hey, you're a patron. Do you want a Patreon? Because I support them on Patreon, the 3GI guys. They said, hey, you're a patron. Do you want a scene? And I was like, yeah. So I got back on the project. and then I actually got another email back a month later saying, hey, you're on the wait list. Do you want a scene? I was like, and then I was honest. I was like, I already have a clip from being a patron, but thank you so much. I appreciated that, though, because like the wait list wasn't like complete BS or anything. They legitimately were planning on letting people on the wait list come back, and I do appreciate that. The 3GI guys are really nice. I've spoken to them. Grant really is the only one I think I've spoken to, and very little, but always just such a pleasant and nice person. And I'm very happy to be in this sequel. Right here we got Matt with an axe. Got a few people. And I kind of fucked up a few things for tonight by not having everything on my computer at once. I thought I did, but I didn't. I have to download a clip from Will Brower that he sent me a long time ago. Let's see. Where is the clip? Wait, the fucking clip. I found it. Oh, there's so much shadow in Will's clip. Oh boy. All right. I'll work with what I got. If I need him to redo it, I think he probably will redo it. Okay. So I got Will's clip now. I'll import that onto my computer. Just need the cord. Do I have that over there? I have that over there. I have something plugged into my other laptop now. So, and then, I like the way I'm doing my clip. I got this scene right here. Very short. It is 17 frames of animation. So I got a very quick clip, but it's in the I Need a Hero sequence. And I thought what would be most fun is to film. I had to go the green screen route. Filming in a public place right now is a little rough with the virus, and it, was more rough when I first got my scene. So I decided we're going to green screen this, and I got a bunch of people to send me in clips. When I say a bunch, I mean 3. And one of them was a family member I filmed with. And then I did my own. I actually just shot it today. And I got one from Matt like months ago, which is right here. I got one from my friend Xanderbrow, who has a YouTube channel. His real name's Will, but he goes by his YouTube name a lot. And then I have my cousin Tony, and then myself. And I need a 5th one at least. Because if you look at the shot, there is a 6th knight that's coming out, but you can barely make him out. It's just a little glimpse of him. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I thought I had 5 for some reason. I only have 4 with me now. And my other issue right now is I cannot find my cousin Tony's clip. I will find it. It's on it's on an SD card because I used a different camera for his for some stupid reason. Which wasn't smart. It's smart to keep everything in one place, and now here I am searching all over the place. I just gotta reorganize my workspace a little bit because there's like a bunch of empty coffee cups and my capture card and all the cords that go with that, and a TV and a Xbox One and a stool for some reason, and a bunch of papers and a broken mouse and a controller, and it's just, there's shit everywhere, you know? So that's no good. And I need to be doing better than that. I need to have a cleaner workspace. And I swear while I'm reorganizing, I'm going to come across the SD card because I haven't gone anywhere crazy with it. It should be in this room. It might be on the ground. It might be under the desk. I may have dropped in it and it slid or something like that. But right now, his clip is missing. But I'll get it back. If worse comes to worse, I think Tony even has a green screen at home, so Tony won't be left out. I am hitting the deadline for this now. I've very much waited on getting this done, which isn't really a problem because if I would have done it the second I got the scene, it's not like it would have taken me months. I have a very simple scene. Like I said, it's 17 frames, but I wanted to be as fun and creative with it as possible, so that's why we have like the wacky designs. Like I said, Matt is the one I have in right now. He's a lumberjack, because I didn't want it to just be a bunch of knights. I felt like, okay, I'm not an animator, so the way I'm going to recreate the scene is by green screening people in. But also, like, I'm not just gonna like fucking replace the knights here and use the background and the steps. I filmed something for that too. So everything in the video will be practical. None of it's gonna be taken shit from somewhere else. All of it is going to be done by me and the people who helped me film the scene. The clip, I should say. The C up there is because the Hold on, let me actually play something. This is the way, because like the scene that they sent me, they have like on the Google Drive all the clips like that they need to fill out. But for the I Need a Hero sequence, they are cutting it so frequently that it plays out more like this. So that's A, B, C, which is what I got, D, E, F, G, H. So like basically every cut, it's changing to something different. So for all of this, it's just the art style is going to change consistently. I've seen some of these clips and how they came out already because I'm on this server and I've seen like it's so beautiful. I can't wait for that to come out. Obviously, I won't share anything here, but it's so cool. And yeah, this shot these guys running out. So I've got a background for it. I've got a shot of it zooming into the castle that I made with made with something very old, and I've got our knights. And again, the way I decided to make my scene more fun was just we take the knights and each of them got to pick like their own wardrobe and a weapon, and Matt decided to be a lumberjack, so we got lumberjack Matt, who is also a character on his show, Matt's Fun Time Bad Movie Show. Okay. I think I got my hard drive over there with the clips because I'm Nope, it's not done yet. I'm exporting the footage I filmed today, and the export's going really slow because I think my old laptop is confused and is importing all of the footage I ever got on that camera because it's taking way too long. It's got to be importing more than what I just filmed today. But I gotta wait on that for both my background and for the shot of me running in. But we can start getting Will and Matt in there now. So hold on a second. Alrighty. I'm gonna plug. Okay. Gotta eject that. What the fuck? Okay. Where's Will's clip? Okay, is it on? There we go. Okay. Did that import? It didn't import. Okay, you know what? I need to move that to my folder. There we go. Now we got the Will clip in. Set my phone back up. I'm plugging it because I don't need it plugged in anymore. Footage is still important. So let's pick the portion of Will's clip. Will sent 30 seconds worth of footage. Really could have gone for better lighting with the green screen. That's such a bad shadow. But luckily it's 17 frames, so if worse comes to worse, I probably can just crop around him. I might be able to clean that up. Alright, let's pick a... So parts like that where the sword's off screen is no good, but at the very beginning that wasn't happening. This seems to be pretty consistently what's happening. Okay, I like that there's one of him running at the camera. That might be good. That might be ideal. And we'd have to use it there before the sword goes out of frame. But for the most part, Will's doing a good job staying in frame. I kind of wish that little bin right there wasn't interfering with the shot, but that is something that can be worked around. Will was considerate when he did this too, because he did try out different angles, different positions. That one's kind of cool because he kind of does a turn, which is nice. I would use that if it weren't for the fact the sword was cut off. And that one's interacting with the bin less, so... And then it just kind of cuts. It's interesting. This one he's not interacting with anything, which is good, and he's kind of at an angle, so I'm gonna take this one. Alright, so that one's potential. And then we have really just any bit of him doing this. Would be fine, as long as he's completely in frame. Which, yeah, in this part right here, he's not even interacting with the bin, so I wouldn't have to crop around that. There's already enough cleanup work, so that's kind of nice. So one of these two will work. Thank you, Will. I appreciate it. So I'll use one of these two shots. Now we're going to go to Matt's. Matt even talks during his, I think.
So this is the first time I've actually had to do a full body costume for Badass Matt. Had to bust my boots out for this.
Okay, Badass Matt is the name of the character. I keep calling him Lumberjack Matt.
So
Matt, even though Matt has corrected me on this in the past, like more than once. I'm sorry, Matt.
So half the time I don't even buckle the suspenders. Man, take these off.
Get him character better, Matt. Jeez.
Alright,
Buckle the suspenders. Fucking... Me and you have a very similar thing outfit-wise going on, though, and I'll show you what I mean when we're recording. I didn't bother putting boots on, but for the character I was playing, I didn't think it was needed.
I'm going to do this two different ways. I'm going to do one running across, and then I'm going to do just like a standing in place run.
Yeah, standing in place run is probably going to be better for this because... Let me look at the clip again. Up. We have a freezing. It's freezing. It's not responding. I haven't actually saved this file yet, but it's not really a big deal because I haven't really done anything yet either. I cropped a picture. I've cut down Will's image I need to save this. I kind of hope it doesn't show my files when I hit save, but I guess we'll see what happens. Nothing inappropriate, just... I'm only sharing After Effects for a reason. I don't think it is, though. So in the shot, you do kind of see them facing the camera as they come in. So I think that this is better than the side shots. Having them face the camera. It's going to look a little silly, but whenever you green screen something like that, that's just kind of bound to look silly. I don't really need this one open anymore, so we're closing that one. So that was Matt running, just running across the screen. Oh, that one's not bad either. I'll crop it. Even the part where Matt's cut off there isn't that bad, just because that can be before he makes it past the door. We can position him in a place where he kind of runs into shot. So I'll take that.
Alright, do that one again, just...
Okay, yeah, he should definitely be, like, already moving when the clip starts. Alright. Which of these two is better? Probably going to be about the same, but let's take a closer look. Fuck. Alright. We're going to go through it frame by frame and analyze it. So foot is off the green screen there, so if that doesn't happen in the other one already wins, but that's not going to be hard to crop. I can see Matt's green screen wasn't like big enough to like me and Will just got massive green screens. Matt is an appropriate sized one for his type of videos where he doesn't really need like the entire body to be on it. You're normally seeing Matt's upper half in his videos. In my videos, you barely see me at all anymore. That used to be so far from the case, but I normally just use the Mackle head now to display me. It's a fine clip. That one's fine. Let me see if... Yeah, he's off the screen there too, so that's not really a determinant factor. I think like the... So this one he was gritting his teeth, and this one he looks more ready to kill, honestly. Like, it's more dead. It's almost like less of an expression this, but this one it almost looks like he's smiling, and this one he legitimately looks pissed off, so I do like that one more. We'll stick with take 2 of that. He looks ready to kill in the other clip. He's gonna fuck that ogre up. Although Shrek is a human in this portion of the movie. He's going in. It's good stuff. Alright. Now for the rest of it. Let's watch.
And then, here's just running in place.
Sorry for making you do such silly things. It's running in place on green screen always looks so silly. I'm hoping that the comedic effect will work here and it won't just be like super cringy, this whole thing. But I have confidence in my clip. Since it's like so short, I think this will be okay. That's already more than what we need right there. It's like I said, 17 frames, but so like yeah, we'll play more here because he's getting more into it. When he first starts, he's just kind of getting used to it. Now he's kind of changing the expression, has more of a teeth grit, more ready to use that axe. So we got that.
I guess if you're going for humor, standing in place is the funnier one. But if you're trying to make it look good, it does not look good. I hope you like all that. Subscribe to Matt Presents.
Like, maybe he says something at the end. Let's see. Subscribe to Matt Presents. He said that because I said there'd be a behind the scenes for this. And there may or may not be. I'd like to make a... I thought, like, the joke was going to be there was going to be, like, this really long behind the scenes after the movie came out for me, even though I contributed to 17 frames of the movie, and I still think that'd be a really funny video. That might almost be, like, a good April Fool's video for next year, though. Because this year it's supposed to be Shark Tale, but YouTube is going to make sure that doesn't happen. It's going to come out after April 1st, almost definitely. But it's going to be DreamWorks no matter what, right? That's how it works. Right, we got those two. Is my other computer done? It's done. Okay, let me go grab that footage real quick. It needs a second to import. Alright, while it's doing that, it's not going to take that long, but might as well just kind of create a timeline. This is the actual clip. I'm going to start with the challenging one. I'm going to put one of Will's clips on. So which one am I more likely going to... I'm probably going to more likely use the one that kind of has him at an angle. This is a pretty good one. But we can change it if we need to. So this is already going to be a bit of a struggle. Let's crop Will. Will, actually, you know what? Does Will's foot ever leave the green? At the end it does, but we only need like 17 frames of this. We're already well past that. So in fact, I kind of like this part because it's like leg goes a bit of a distance, so let's take it there. Because there's a good bit of movement there. I might really like using Matt's clip because he's kind of like sprinting in it, and I mean, with how brief this clip is, the amount of distance that the Knights do is because they're sprinting, like they're running for their fucking lives there. Alright, let's crop around this area. Just where the green is. Drawing a shape. I do that all the time in this program. Alright. The green screen doesn't move enough to where I think I can like accurately crop it here without getting anything I don't want in frame. And then we can be a little bit more, we don't have to be as careful with the rest of it. Just not cut off anything. It's not... Hold on, we gotta cut around that bin. Alright. No, does Will go out of frame here? He kind of starts out of frame. Let's give him a little more space. And how's his sword doing? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So I'm gonna try to green screen him now. Like I said, that shadow's not good. But if I have to crop him, it's not the end of the world. It's just going to be a tedious process, and I probably will do that off of stream. I'll probably do that with like a podcast plan. Because that's not going to be fun. Like, I'm going to leave this one up for like archival purposes, but I would not leave up a live stream of cropping in. That's not as bad as I thought it would be, actually. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to look at it and combine to mat and try to clean it up as much as we can. It, funny enough, is counting like the black bars of Will's video as the object we're trying to keep, which is fine, honestly. I mean, it's not fine, but it'll be easy to crop out once we actually have it in the scene. Because once we place it in the scene, the black bars will be there. So yeah, it's not fine, but it won't be a hard fix. Because the black lines don't move at all. It's been a little while since I've done this. We just gotta be like careful of how much we take and how much we leave in. So I pretty much went for the maximum for both of them. Can add in a little bit of softness, which we can, again, it's a distance shot. We can probably get away with that. I kind of like to shrink a little bit of it just to remove like a white outline that might appear. All right, let's see what we got. It's all right. It is definitely gonna need some work around the arm. Because it did actually manage to get rid of that shadow that was like by his head. Did not get rid of the one by his arm, which is fine. I can fix that. All right, so we got Will. I'll continue to work on cropping him. We got the first night in there. Let's grab Matt. Matt's is pretty good, his green screen. It's darker up here than it is down there, but that shouldn't cause too big of an issue. I'm gonna go with this one for now, because it's only, like I said, it's such a quick clip that I think this will actually work. I think I can, before he walks off screen, use the whole, oh, definitely before he walks off screen. We'll probably start him right there. Alright, bringing that back, bringing that in. Bringing... Oh, we don't want him off screen, actually, so let's... We'll take it back a bit. Alright, so that's the absolute last frame that we could show. Okay, that should be good. We are going to have to crop around those feet a little bit. That'll be another thing done off stream. Let's also try to keep him relatively the same size as Will for now. Granted, they will probably be even more downscaled. It's kind of weird with Will, though, because he's like at a bit of an angle while Matt's is more straight. Will's was like a camera pointing down, so it's actually going to be kind of hard to compare their heights. I was not doing a lot of directing when it came to these scenes, so I accidentally unplugged my mic. I hope it's working again now. I just put the audio back on my test stream to see. I accidentally unplugged my mic. I hope it's working again now. Okay, yep, that worked. That worked. Wow, it's cool I can do these live streams now. I'll do other stuff with them. Alright, let's... Matt's is actually messier somehow. You know what? I think it's because I gotta use the darker green. Yeah, that's better. Alright, and Matt, because he starts off cut off, should definitely be before Will. And Will should be upscaled just for the time being. Alright. And while we're at it, we'll just eliminate that black bar there. Make sure that doesn't cut Will off at all. So it's pretty cool for Matt that he's actually moving in his shot. Although... Is that because of my cropping? Okay, it was because of my cropping. There we go. Now Matt's looking pretty good. I'm gonna kind of shrink a little bit just to kind of try to remove that highlight on his head. Am I doing that for Will? Okay, no, I wasn't doing that for Will. I want a little bit of softness to that as well. And yeah, it's looking pretty much how I envisioned it so far. All right. And now I can probably get my other clip. This thing will ever load. All right. And there we have that. So I've got a bunch of clips to go through here, but I think I'm going to go with one of the zoomed in clips. Need to group these by type. Yes, there we go. There we go. All right. Oh, this is so childish, this next part. Let's put these in their own layer. Okay. Did anyone ever have one of these when they were a kid? Okay, we're muting all of these because it's just going to be fucking background noise. Found one of these. I didn't even realize that we still had it. And I was just like, yeah, this could be the castle. Now the issue here. Can anyone tell me what the issue is here? This shit is also green. I shouldn't have done that. I should have painted that a different color. I might still do that. We'll see how this goes. I could crop around it, but I am giving myself an awful lot of cropping to have to do. It is ideal to give yourself as little of that as possible. Let's see. So I have a bunch of shots of this thing, and most of them were actually... I only did a few that were this close up. And looking at the original shot, it is zoomed in. So this just seemed like the best one to go with. I could almost go for one that's more zoomed in at the start, though. Then again, most of these are longer than 17 frames. So this one right here might be ideal. Yeah, this one right here is pretty good. Okay, and it's not that fast of a zoom in. It's already pretty zoomed in. It's just a slow shot of the castle. In fact, it almost feels like the camera's panning down, moving down a bit as the zoom in happens. So I wonder, because this one's zooming, I had one that was more practical too, where I was, instead of zooming in, just tracking the camera with my hands. That one's about the same as the one I already have selected. This one is also the same, except it's at a worse angle. That one was clearly a fuck up. That one doesn't go in enough. I think this one's a little more shaky, so I think this is one of the more practical ones. It kind of looks like it's zooming in more still. Yeah, I don't know. I think this one's fine. I'll probably stick to this one. Alright, so we got my clip. I'm going to bring that in. And we will also use this as an opportunity to continue to fix Will's clip by removing that black line. It's still there. It's still there. There we go. Looking good now. Aside from all the other problems, but hey, we'll get to them. And now we're gonna try to green screen this. Oh, you know what? It did kind of fuck with the color of this thing, but it kept the pattern. It kept the texture. It's not that bad, actually. And we should probably mute these two as well. In fact, let's just take the audio from this. Put it on our clip. Why does it... What? Why does it say it's 21 frames now? It doesn't make any fucking sense. What the fuck? It says it's 21 frames now, but before, like over in this file, it's 7. That doesn't work. Why is it doing that? Okay, let me look at this. Like, they're not gonna throw a fit over that, you know? If it's not like the exact amount of frames, they will do the editing themselves, but I actually did want to try to make this exactly the time frame. Yeah, holy shit. But when I put it in its own frame, it's 17 frames? How does that make sense? That doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at fucking all. Whatever. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's not that big of a deal. I just gotta readjust a few things. Yeah. We use that as a temporary background too. I'm mainly using it for audio, but we'll use it as a background until I fill in the actual background. Alright, the matte clip I'm going to just extend. Actually, I'm probably, you know what? I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to move it forward and extend the beginning. And then Will's can probably just be brought out a bit. It'll probably be fine. And we'll end it there. Alright. Why the fuck are you doing, After Effects? It's supposed to loop it. Alright, there we go. Thank you. And now these two can be brought behind the castle wall. Clearly there's a lot of work to be done here still. This doesn't look very good, but I'll just keep working on it until it does look good. So yeah, clearly the green screen on this needs to be fixed too. So now we've lost the rocks though, so we'll need one version. Just black at 0, and that at 100, white at 100. Final result. Then we're gonna take that, right where the red door is. And keep the rocky detail, at least for the time being. I may make something to put a place over that. Alright. So we get to keep that in frame while the rest of the castle is still properly green screened. It's see-through, but if we go for more of like a gray, darkish gray color, layer, new, solid. Yeah, kind of like that. I'm going to make it a little darker. We can kind of get maybe more of like a rock texture going for it. Make it look like it's gray. Don't do that. And we will place it. It's behind the castle already, so that probably won't be too much of an issue. What's behind the rocks, I should say. Oh, I am freaking hungry. I'm gonna need to get something right after this. I meant to order from somewhere, but it's like, I literally lost track of time today. It's like 9 p.m. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Unless I order Domino's, but I refuse to ever do that again. Because the people at my local Domino's are fucking assholes. And I will not support them ever again. Why does it have to be this little... I'm going to try to be lazy with this. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't... Like, I don't know. Is that going to affect it, having that? We'll see. We'll see. If I have to redo this, that's fine. I'm being a little sloppy with my cropping, but I don't want to spend the rest of my night doing this. We'll see what happens. And that's good. But yeah, this is fun. This is like being back at college. Just having to spend hours working on something right before the deadline. Which I'm very prone to do. But I don't think I've ever, like, put out a really horrible product either, whenever that happens. I work pretty good under pressure. That could be seen as a bad thing, too, because it's just like, why are you constantly putting yourself in a place where you're working under pressure? But I've never done it for, like, a client or anything, or someone I'm working, like, company that I'm editing a video for. If I'm being, like, paid for something, I have enough respect to actually do it when they ask me to. When it's like a fun little collab thing like this, it's possible that I'm waiting close to the deadline to get it done. Because I'll just be focused, like, okay, what do I immediately need to do? And it took a while for Shrek 2 Retold to be the thing that I immediately needed to do. If I had gotten my original scene, that wouldn't, I'd be screwed because my original scene was like a minute long. I am really excited though. I'm really excited to just have like a small little bit of something I made in this movie. I hope they like this. I'll feel like I'm looking at some of the stuff in the server and it's amazing. Obviously, my scene is going to be more on the shitpost side, but it's not like I'm not trying. It's not like I don't care about it. I do genuinely care about it. And I thought this would be a fun way to go about it. That looks pretty good. What? Why is it replaying the audio over and over again if it's not hasn't gone through once? So now I do need to still put the background there. I'm gonna start messing with my clip. And once we have like a basic, like rough look at everything, I'll probably end the live stream and take a break, grab something to eat, and then just do some of the tedious work, which I'm not gonna live stream. I don't think there's any. I kind of wanted to show this off just because it's like a fun little thing I got to be part of, and I'm happy to be part of it. So I did some behind the scenes shit where I'm just like for the first minute or two just talking about bullshit. I'm definitely not using the first take. There's me pointing a gun at myself. So it's a toy shotgun, but and that's another thing I have to do. I have to edit the orange tip off, which will not be hard. Alright, this is where I really started. I always waste as much time as possible. So there was a good 2 minutes and 45 seconds of nonsense and then me actually trying to get the take. I'm not using audio from this. That one was okay. It's not gonna. There's somewhere I'm going like really fucking wild with the walk running, so I'm not gonna use that one. There's also one where I like point the gun at the camera, which I think is good. Now we're gonna do a really silly one. It's not hurting my ball. I'm a fucking idiot. And yeah, I have a good green screen. I had plenty of space for both my head and my feet. This is one of the ones where I'm going a lot more crazy with the run. Alright, let's take that. Now my foot goes directly off the green screen there. So we're definitely going to see if there's one without that. But that might happen in every single take, because I wanted to be as animated as possible. I wanted to look like an angry redneck. Let's play that. I need to... I might be okay with just one of me cocking the gun. I do have one where I pointed at the camera. So we got really animated there, it's good. Stop fucking grabbing yourself, Jesus Christ. I forgot that I did that, I'm sorry. Alright. Yeah, the run is worse here. I do point it at the camera, but like it almost looks like more of a struggle. Like this one I like a lot more. This one I like a lot less. Alright, let's go through. Alright, I did a really calm one too, just in case if me moving my legs like that was gonna like fuck something up, but I think that the really animated one is better. So that one I do successfully point at the camera. Honestly, with it only being 17 frames, there might not even be enough time to show both. And I prefer the side shot of the gun because you can barely tell what it is if it's just me pointing at the camera. So I might actually go with this one right here. But let's I'm definitely going with one of the crazy leg ones. All right. So let's watch this one that's coming up. Delete that. Will and Matt actually made a really good call of going at more of a tilted angle, but I do think me just running into frame like straight, like I'm walking on my side like this, will look really funny. It's gonna look like how Conor McGregor looks in the Flash Gets animations when he's running. That was okay. I don't think I'm gonna, like, that's 2 seconds. That's not how, I don't have enough I don't even have 1 second in my clip, so I can't show too much. What about me cocking the gun? So that's 15:15 when that's about to start. And by the time I'm pointing at the camera, okay, there'd be enough time if I use this one, but it might be so quick that I actually just want to go with the more simple first one. I like this one, though. I'm kind of like doing a little kick. And my foot does interact with the table there, but that would be pretty easy. Okay, so those two are definitely acceptable. I remember the second to last one was a fuck up, so I'm just gonna skip that one. I like the expression there. Maybe I'll go with this one if I don't have that same expression. What's my expression like in the first one? I mean, I look angry, but that one's bad. That's a better expression. So let's see. The expression, with how small I'm going to be in my clip, the expression isn't as important as like the leg movement. So let's take this clip. The legs are the most animated thing in my clip. That's what I want to use. Whatever one has that down the best. In fact, I think if my character would be a better hillbilly character if the gun was bigger too. That's a really tiny gun. Okay, I want to. I like that screenshot. My legs being fucking motion blurred. I'm saving that. I'm taking a screenshot. That's good. I'll use that for something. Oh, alright, saving that as Redneck Mackle. Alright. So let's crop that there, or cut that there. You can see me breathing, hear me breathing so fucking heavy. This was my exercise for the day. Alright, here, let's get one of me cocking the gun. Alright. And then I quit. Alright, so these are the 4 I have. 2 of them I have the gun moving, I think. Really, any of them are fine. That one, the foot goes out of frame both times. So it'd be a little bit more work to fix it. I like this one's... I really like that right there. Where it's like almost like a jump in the air to the next leg. Not that the other ones don't have it, but I'm going to start with this one. If I decide I want one where the gun is pointed at the camera, I'll do that. I don't think you're going to be able to notice that much here. Why is there a shape layer? What is this? Okay, that was clearly something I did by accident. Alright, so... should definitely already be in action at the start of the clip. It's pretty good. Maybe just a couple frames sooner the clip starts when I'm like already putting my next leg down, and then we can kind of have like a whole full another step thrown in. That's pretty good. I think I'll stick to that. Okay, so foot is out of frame right there. Does it go out of frame again? It interacts with the table, so I'm going to keep the table in it. Well, okay, so we're going to do the crop on 2 different frames for reference. It's really just the corner of the table. So if any of that shows up in the rest of the shot, I can crop it out for the rest of the frames except for this one. And then we'll bring this down here, crop around me. And now we're going to go back to the frame where my foot's out of frame and crop around that. But for the other frames, it will literally just be this frame. And the frames kind of close to it. Because I'm sure it affects like at least 2 or 3 frames probably. I am probably over-explaining the most fucking silly and basic editing stuff, but I'm more thinking out loud, which I think is good, probably good for a live stream. And that should do it. Like there's definitely going to be a little bit of cleanup work and some additional masking. In fact, let's just do the mask path animation now, because it's not going to take a long time. So for that frame, oh, fuck off. Gonna bring that down there. Actually, I kind of want to highlight the whole thing, so I'm gonna click off of it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, okay. I can't do this the way I wanted to do it. I'm gonna have to select them all individually. If I try to drag my mouse over them, it's just gonna fucking select a different thing and then move it. I may still have to adjust it here, but it's just less now. I did do the mask path. I didn't even... Fuck this. I can't believe I fucking did that. started fucking animating a mask without actually hitting the fucking keyframe. It's a good way to waste time. Ugh. This shit I can go without. I hate this. God damn it. Fucking cropping frame by frame sucks. But I'm the one who chose to green screen a scene, so that's on me. There is like a tool right here, the roto brush, but it looks like shit every time I do it, so I'm not going to use that. Alright. We can pretty much just select all of these again. This one, really have to do a whole lot with, because it's just barely in frame still at this point. And we have to get this frame too. So when you're watching this film, just keep in mind, even the shitpost entries take a little bit of effort. Not as much effort as the super talented animators. Or even a lot of the people doing live action like myself, but just not doing green screen. I used to be so for using green screen in films, and now I think it should only be done when necessary. And the reason it was necessary for mine is because I had a scene that I didn't know how to film. COVID didn't help with it, and none of my friends living nearby anymore didn't help with it. Most of my friends I talk to for Discord now. Both people who I used to know in person and people who I've always been friends with over the internet. Okay, that should be good now. We can get rid of this layer. And that's good. So let's get one. We'll use this one actually, because it's pretty still. Nothing's blurry. We're gonna key light it. Let me look at that again. Definitely need to do some cleanup, but I would say it went. I would say it went. Not to toot my own horn, but best so far. I did have to do some cleanup too, though. I did have to crop around, just like all of us went off of green screen, so I have to do some cropping for all of them. We'll see how. I filmed the one with my cousin Tony, but we'll see how his goes. That's probably going to be a different night though, because I don't have it right now. Add some softness. We're going to shrink just a little bit to avoid any white outline. All right. Oh, and look at that. Mako has fucking shit coming out of his ass because part of the green screen was not done properly. Let me see if I can get rid of that. If not, I will crop it. Oh my god. That looks horrible. Alright. Can I get rid of that? Probably not. Yeah, no. Not without fucking other things up. Alright. So for now, Mackle just has a tail. That sometimes is there and sometimes isn't. So really, I didn't do any better than Matt and Will. I have additional shit. It is kind of funny, though, because if you play it in reverse, it looks like I'm taking a shit while I'm running. Does it appear again? Yeah. So I'm going to have to do some additional work there. Cleanup is going to take a while. But again, I kind of expected it. So it's really not that big of a deal. It's pretty easy to crop. It's just a little tedious, but with podcasts, it's fine. I'm going to bring Will and Matt out again to the top. Why aren't they what the fuck? I must have grabbed the wrong clips. I did. Alright, I just want to kind of compare sizes again. So if we select Will, bring him down, that's pretty good. Pretty close to Matt's site. And then if you add me to the picture, I'm a little bigger than them. So I'm going to bring me down to 62. That's probably good. Yeah, I think I made myself a little. Let's try 63. That's probably good. I'm sure I'll be messing with the heights a lot more, though. Yeah, I'm definitely reconsidering how I did the castle shot, but we'll see. Look at our little group. Okay, let's start putting us in the scene. Let's actually make this easier to label too. So, because I haven't labeled anything. And that is Matt. That is Will. Is rock texture. That is rocks. That is castle. And the scene 131 is a temporary background. We will not be keeping that. Let's move Michael out of the way. And let's take Will and have him run in. I feel like that door gap needs to be much bigger. Yeah, I think that I might even want to go as far as to record it on the door and just redo the shot. Let's try scaling it to create a bigger impact and a bit more space, I should say. And we'll do the same for that. Do the same for that. And we'll raise the position up on it. We'll do the same for that, the texture and the castle. And with that, we should also tilt it. Or no, fuck that. Move it more this way so it's more centered. And copy that onto the rock texture, copy that onto the rock so it's all still even. Honestly, let's erase that, bring that to the top. I want to use this as a more of a reference, visual reference, as I have been. Okay. Bring that down there. Bring that there. And now scale that up. Fuck. Put it there. And put down back down here. All right, that should be fine. It's just, of course, it's fine. This is just more of the background. I'm not going to use the background from the movie. Is the Are the scale equal on all three of these? What's going on with that? Position, position, position. It's all the same, so it should be fine. What is causing... No, what the fuck? Okay. There's still a little bit of shit with the rocks, but it's fine. I mean, not fine, I'll fix it, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. All right. That's all fine and dandy now. We'll have Will come in as I planned. How big is Will? I won't. He's coming in. In fact, actually, this clip we had cropped should probably be a little smaller. Oh, what, okay, you know what? Fucking, I'm being stupid. It needs to be scaled up as it zooms in. And we need the position to move to. I just want to like kind of have a visual reference of where the knights are and where these guys should be. Okay. So we'll have you have Will. He will walk in. And we'll also have him kind of like scale up a bit as this is happening. Maybe he shouldn't get that big. Let's do 85. And I think that position is probably fine. Let's see. Where does this knight right here come in? He comes in from that side. All right, you know what? Will is going to be our main man right here. So we're going to kind of match his movement with that knight. So we're just going to completely undo the position, completely undo the scale. And he is already going to be in frame by this time this has started. And we're going to match his scale similar to the knight in the shot right here. Scale and position. So by the end of it, he needs to be around the same size and around the same position as this guy. Maybe a little bigger. 85 is probably fine. Matt just being a giant lumberjack that you just kind of see running at the end is really funny to me. We'll focus on Matt next. My idea is for Matt to be that guy right there, the one right next to Will. Although I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see him, so we're actually going to work backwards with Matt. I want to see how well he is into the shot. We're going to move Will's layer over one more. There we go. So let's grab Matt. And, whoa, what did I just do? I just hit something with Matt. There we go. I kind of like the idea of making him a giant now, though, so we'll see. I might end up doing that. So by the end of the shot, you can see Matt pretty well. You know, you can see his axe. You can see he's a lumberjack. I think it works. The question is, what about beforehand? So he's not even in frame when his knight enters. In fact, his knight doesn't enter frame immediately. However, I would like to give him a little bit more screen time, so we're gonna be a little more charitable than that. Let's put Matt back in. Where the fuck is he? Okay. And he's going to need to be a little smaller. We'll say 24 as he's running into frame. And then going all the way back, he will be out of frame. And we'll say 18 is his size. And we'll see how that looks. Kind of like bursts in and then it's just running in place. It's kind of silly looking. Although his run really did work out pretty well. I almost feel like he should start in frame. Well, nope, wrong thing. Wrong fucking thing. Because it kind of looks like he's... It's almost as if like his scale needs to happen a little quicker than that. Or kind of be kept more in the center. Because it feels like he's running in place at one point. But it's not bad. It's not that bad, actually. I think like it kind of does look like he's legitimately running out, which I like. Which is because he actually ran. Which, if that's the case, I might actually want to put him in front of Will. Because it looks like the one who actually looks like he's running out might be the one that should have that position. And then Will could be behind him. And there's just me up there with my fucking gun. Which is clearly I never cut off, so let's cut it off. And the selfish side of me is going to give myself middle position. Because it's my scene and I can do that. If it looks better somewhere else, I'll do that. If it actually like legitimately doesn't work, I won't sabotage my own scene to put myself in the center. But yeah, I'm the one doing the work here. I think I've earned that. I think I've earned center, field and center. Front and center, I should say. And I will have to make myself a little smaller, though, to pull it off, I think. So, if I am where Matt and Will are, I probably need to be scaled down to, like, 38. Maybe 40? We'll see. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know if that makes any sense. Let me try 42. Because now I'm kind of at more of a distance. I guess we'll see how this looks for now. So we're gonna animate scale, keyframe for position. I'm gonna go about halfway, just like we did with Matt. I'm gonna scale myself down to 38. Let's try 36, actually. I'm gonna move myself there. And I start there. And I'm gonna need to be much smaller than that. Probably like 28. Let's try 26. This looks so fucking weird. This is like a weird fever dream. All right. There you have it. And I'm probably going to do something different with the castle because I just don't like the way it looks right now. I might still use that old figurine downstairs that I had when I was a fucking kid, but I might do something different too. I'm not sure yet. Gotta figure something out. I don't want to use this like stock image or anything either. I've got something going here. Now, what exactly is causing? It's like the texture isn't. Why is that happening? Oh, you know what? It's obvious why that's happening. Because I didn't fucking... That's another thing I'd have to fucking adjust. Okay. Well... Let's undo that for now. Now that still causes... Still presents a problem. So yeah, that black line right there is coming from there. Black dot. And what the fuck is causing that? All right. And I think with the castle we need to do some cropping. To remove those black dots that are showing up. And we'll have to mask half that too. God damn it. Alright, have that. See, essentially I just work on this until I think it looks presentable. And there's clearly going to be some work to be done, but I feel confident in getting it done. Honestly, as long as that black dot doesn't show up again, it's fine. It does at the end, so we'll add a new keyframe in there, and then just cover it up there. And I think it stays out after that. We still have to clean Will up, we still have to clean myself up, and we still have to clean Matt up, but they're in now. We've got some progress here. So I need a background. I might actually be okay with this castle. I might be okay with it. I want to like fix the coloring on it. But the castle shot is fine. And then once I have my own background in there, that'll be nice. I don't know what I'm doing for that background yet, but I'll be able to put something together. And we're successfully walking in. I gotta add my cousin Tony in, and I still need one more night. So that's just gonna be whoever can get their ass down in my basement to record something with the green screen. I've messaged people, and we'll see what happens. Or I have a fucking gorilla costume. We'll just put the fucking gorilla costume on, and a gorilla will be one of the angry guards. All right, this is like the guards if it was done in VR chat. You know, I think it works. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you for anyone who hopped by. I know that was like one or two people only briefly, but I'm keeping this one up. I often delete my live streams, but I'm keeping this one up. This one's here forever. So if you ever decide to watch it, thank you. This was fun, and I have got a lot of work to do on it still, but nothing immediate and nothing interesting, because there is immediate stuff I can work on, but it's just going to be cleanup, and that's not going to be as fun. All right, thank you. Bye.